Oh, now this is rich. You mean to tell me the same people who called Meghan Sussex every name under the sun are now out here writing apology essays? Oh, baby, the internet is spinning like Buckingham Palace's PR team on a Monday morning. Let's just pause and appreciate this moment. For years, Meghan was dragged, dissected, and demonized. Every breath she took was turned into a scandal. And now, those very critics are suddenly discovering conscience. It's like watching the villains of a long-running soap opera suddenly realize they were the problem all along. It's poetic, it's powerful, it's personal. Because for once, people are looking beyond the headlines and seeing what Meghan's been saying from the start. That the real issue wasn't her attitude, her ambition, or her avocado toast. The issue was the machine built to destroy her. And now that machine is falling apart, one apology at a time. Yes, my loves, the day we've been waiting for is here. The same people who built entire careers, channels, and Twitter personalities out of demonizing Meghan Sussex are now on their knees, figuratively, of course, whispering, "I'm sorry, Duchess." Oh, how the tables have turned, flipped, and done a full pirouette in Buckingham Palace's echoing hallways. Let's talk about this Instagram post that has the internet screaming. A woman named Tia Henderson made a public apology to Meghan, saying she had demonized her based on media narratives. And now that the truth about the royal family is spilling out, she feels ashamed. And honey, this is not just one random apology, it's a movement. People are seeing the truth, and they can't unsee it. Let's be clear, this isn't a oops, my bad situation. This is years of character assassination, emotional abuse, and coordinated media warfare against one woman who dared to exist, love, and shine in a space that was built to dim her light. Meghan was torn apart for breathing too loudly, for being too beautiful, too smart, too loved, too confident, and let's not forget, too black for their comfort. For years, the media machine told the public who Meghan was: difficult, demanding, diva. They threw labels at her like darts, and people believed them because the headlines came wrapped in the authority of centuries-old monarchy propaganda. It wasn't journalism. It was indoctrination. And now that the veil is lifting, the same people who once joined the smear campaign are realizing they were pawns. And it's delicious to watch them try to backpedal. Because let's be real, Meghan and Harry told everyone exactly what was happening. They said it in the Oprah interview, they showed it in the Netflix docuseries, they printed it in Spare, they screamed it between the lines for years. And what did the British press do? They called them liars. They mocked their pain. They ran think pieces titled, "Why Meghan is the Real Narcissist." But look at them now, sweating like corgis in a heat wave as the truth pours out of the palace walls like spilled tea. And isn't it funny how people are now suddenly developing clarity? They're like, oh, I didn't realize she was being manipulated by a racist institution that weaponized the press. Oh, really? You didn't notice the double standards? You didn't see how Meghan was dragged for eating avocado toast while Kate got praised for embracing wellness? Please. The hypocrisy was so loud, it needed its own postcode. But you know what? I'm not even mad at these apologies. I'm amused, because it means the narrative control is slipping away from the firm's grip. The palace can't hide behind its PR fairy tales anymore. The illusion of duty and dignity is crumbling faster than a stale scone. And people are finally recognizing that Meghan wasn't the villain. She was the mirror reflecting the ugliness they didn't want to see. And now, all the little trolls who once camped out under every Sussex post are suddenly rebranding themselves as neutral observers. Some of them are even saying, "I always knew something was off with the royal family." Girl, please. You were on Twitter writing essays about how Meghan blinked too slowly. But this is poetic justice. Because the same public that was spoon-fed hatred is now spitting it back out. They're realizing that the sources close to the palace were nothing more than palace employees with grudges, or courtiers leaking gossip for tabloid money. The so-called royal experts are being exposed as glorified rumour merchants. And let's not forget the timing. These apologies are coming after all the revelations about the firm's shady dealings, their cover-ups, their manipulation of the press, and their treatment of Harry and Meghan. The House of Windsor is leaking, and it's not just the roof, it's the foundation. People are realizing that Meghan wasn't the cause of royal chaos. She was the excuse they used to distract from it. Every scandal, every PR disaster, every royal mishap somehow got deflected onto Meghan. And now that people are connecting the dots, the guilt is starting to settle in. Tia Henderson's post is just one example, but it represents a larger awakening. She said she was appalled at how she viewed Meghan through the lens of the media. That's a powerful statement. Because how many others were conditioned to do the same? How many women, especially women of colour, fell for the narrative that Meghan was the problem? And now those same people are sitting in quiet reflection, realising they were manipulated into hating a woman who was simply living her truth. And let's talk about Meghan for a second. Because through all of this, the bullying, the racism, the endless character assassination, she never lost her grace. She never lowered herself to their level. While the tabloids screamed, she built a life. She moved forward. She created a home. She raised her children. She and Harry focused on real impact, from mental health to women's empowerment to global philanthropy. Meghan didn't need to clap back. Her peace is the clap back. Her success is the revenge. Her silence is louder than their headlines. And that's why it's hitting the trolls so hard, because while they were busy writing hate threads, she was out there thriving, making crepes, launching projects, shining in her element. And now that the truth is catching up, they're realizing they bet on the wrong side of history. Let's be real. History is not going to remember Meghan as the diva duchess. She's going to be remembered as the woman who stood up against an empire of lies and lived to tell the tale. Meanwhile, those who vilified her are going to be footnotes, the cautionary tales of what happens when you let hatred cloud your judgment. Now you'd think the royal family would be scrambling to apologise too, right? But no, they're too busy pretending nothing's wrong. Classic firm behaviour. The ship's on fire, but they're out here rearranging the royal china. But that silence is deafening. Because if Meghan truly was the problem, if she really was the monster the press painted her as, why are people now saying sorry? Why are the lies unravelling? Why is public opinion shifting? Because the truth always finds daylight. And right now, that daylight is shining straight through the palace curtains. The apology tour is only just beginning. More will come, from former haters, journalists, commentators, and influencers who once made clicks off of cruelty. They'll all try to rewrite history, to act like they knew it all along. But we remember, the receipts are eternal. And as for Meghan, she doesn't need their apologies. She's already won. She won when she chose peace over palace politics. She won when she refused to let their lies define her. She won when she walked out of that gilded cage holding Harry's hand and never looked back. Now the world's catching up. And to that, I say, welcome to the truth, everyone. Took you long enough.